Welcome to Buy In or Bug Out. I'm Drew, always here bringing you the truth, and we're joined by a very fantastic and special guest, Joshua Jake. Joshua, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm happy to be here.
We're going to be going into a random situation now. You get the option of choosing 1 through 3. These are 3 different random situations that you're immediately thrown into.
Okay.
And we're going to find out how you would deal with the situation. Either you're buying in, you're leaning into the situation, or you bug out, you count your losses, and you take for the hills. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
1 and 3. Choose a number.
Number 1.
Okay.
Gotta go number 1.
All right, let's see what we got here. Russia winning the war. Oh boy, this is a big, bad, scary situation for Hillary Clinton, I'll guarantee you that. Now, what we have is China taking over Taiwan. Ooh, now you know what Taiwan's all about, the Taiwan semiconductor situation. We have an arbitrage and an arms race over the production of chips, and China ends up winning that contest with the United States, thus parabolically increasing the cost of computer chips, of data transfer within the United States, and most likely this situation would spur a massive increase in manufacturing facilities going into operation across the United States, but they would be much more expensive products. Now, you also have $0 in crypto or USD. So you don't have any money. All of this stuff has been wiped off. China hacked everything. Cyber Polygon worked. Microsoft and Apple opened up all their back doors, and China was able to take it. Then Biden remains in his presidential seat because it's an emergency situation. You have a geriatric strangling you with a colostomy bag while China and Russia take over the entire world. This is a situation. What is your initial thoughts?
I would be standing my ground.
You would?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Okay.
Reason for that is, 1, we'd be on the second term of Biden. Okay, so we just got to count out his hospice. It's going to expire, and it's going to be a new election.
That is so true.
2 is, I honestly, truly believe Russia does need to win this outcome. This is a very contrarian perspective, and that's not me being pro-Russian. It's me understanding, okay, what happens if we continue to fund hundreds of billions of dollars to a proxy war in Ukraine for someone who potentially has Parkinson's or cancer?
All right, so we have a situation. So honestly, if you have 0 value in the United States, people are already on the edge of beating each other's heads in over Bic lighters. Imagine what would happen if their buying power evaporates to near 0 from the situation we are in. You're likely going to be facing civil unrest. Are you living in a populated area currently, or are you already positioned in the woods?
I'm right downtown Orlando. So I'm from the city. I'm in the city. It's not the biggest city, but it's definitely not the woods like where you guys dragged me out to. And I'm going to blink twice because I do need help. They are not letting me back.
It's true.
But, in this sense, it's like I would be fine with the civil unrest. I mean, if you think about the outlook of that, if Russia does win, there is the downfall of the dollar. We have that de-dollarization. What is the conflict and the civil unrest in every other culture? We're talking hyperinflation in every single other country. We're talking massive economic disasters with supply trading routes and just the global collapse of globalization. We're moving toward regionalism anyways. So why wouldn't I choose a free country where at least I know that all of the weapons in the country aren't only controlled by the military, and at least we'd have a chance at retaining what the founding fathers did over 200 years ago.
I like it. You're seeing the silver lining from the mushroom cloud in the situation. I like it. You are in a city center. Here's my recommendation. City centers are going to be absolute chaos in a situation like this. If you made it up to the Everglades, maybe start trotting your way back up to the Georgia hills here, because remember, guerrilla warfare was created in the Appalachians. The thick, dense forest creates a fantastic opportunity for decentralized violence, and that is what the world would likely see. But I like that you're willing to stay here and fight for what's right here in the United States. We have a situation that is boiling over. I don't feel like the United States military will lose against Russia, but it is a potential, and most likely a strongest potential, through a cybernetic attack. You can see this with the program, with the World Economic Forum and the Cyber Polygon events that they hold every year. And China and Russia's best chance is to shut our energy off and let us try to fight and eat each other from within, much as we saw the Roman Empire fall. So I like what you're saying about the strength of the United States, but I would recommend, me personally, if I was in a dense city center, I would be finding different locations and hotspots where I can find cover and a place to make basically a stand and more of a short-term living situation, because city centers are probably going to be pretty hot in this situation.
It's like a zombie apocalypse. That's the first place you're going to leave.
It's not great.
Know? I do definitely hold up to my Second Amendment. So, I'd be moving back to the mountains. I grew up on a homestead, so, I know how to raise cattle.
That is a good thing.
So first thing would be we'd got to get back to the country.
Yeah.
But
yep.
I don't know. I think at that moment, people would really take up their arms and be like, yo, let's get things under control. And specifically places like Florida or Texas. Now, New York, I'm out faster than it possibly can be. I'd be gone.
I absolutely love what you're saying about that. And in my situation, I'm already positioned in the woods, so I'd be more so bugging in. But, if you're in city centers, I definitely wouldn't think that locking ourselves inside of those locations would last.
It would be dangerous.
Yeah, this is a bad situation. Biden still being president, that's a tough one to deal with. I don't wish him any harm at all. He's still representing the United States in whatever model or capacity that he is at the moment. But, from what we've seen over the past few years, I hope that people have realized that we need something beyond centralized versions of voting. We have seen companies like Dominion and what questions have come about after 2020 to paint the picture of why centralized control of voting might not be the best option. So beyond all of the worry that we have right now, we have to realize the power of blockchain tech in changing the future. We can make a more transparent government out of it. We can demand it because we, the people, still have strength. So that being said, in this situation, Russia winning the war against the Ukraine, I'm staying put. I'm doing what I am. I'm already sovereign. I might buy an alligator, allegedly, okay? But other than that, I'm really just building out my internal infrastructure. And something I like to do is just to reach out to the community and be kind of that overly nice neighbor. Do nice things for people without expecting things back. Show your neighbor some love. If they have a big pile of dirt that needs moved and they're too old or too tired to do it for them. Because those types of things that you can do for your immediate community will be returned exponentially in a situation such as this. So, just have a lending heart. That's what I would recommend. In this situation, I'm staying where I'm put. I'm just cutting some trees down. I'm blocking off highways. I'm building spider holes. Sue me. So that's what I would do. I like where your mindset's at, man. And it sounds like you've got some pretty good exposure to husbandry and different types of animal procurement processes, which many people have a squeamish gut about. So I'm finding newfound respect for you.
Yeah. Lots of chicken.
Yeah.
I could defeather, do everything.
You just swing it over your head. And that's the thing, is that the world is ending as we know it. It's just changing. Change is guaranteed. Just be adaptable to change. Operate from a position of strength, and don't get caught with your pants down. Man, that was good talking to you. I'm finding out more and more about you every day. This is a good way to kind of get a feel. Who is Joshua Jake? Appreciate you coming on. I hope you come back on. Thank you very much for joining us today, man. Don't beat up my mic because it did nothing wrong to you. Until next time, I hope to have you back, and we will see you next week.
See you guys soon.